Welcome back. Why you keep failing diets, it's not you. Now, if your diet keeps failing and you're having a hard time, you're struggling with weight loss, you're wondering if something's wrong with you, it's probably nothing wrong with you. It's not a lack of discipline. It's probably from the plan not being realistic in the first place. See if you can relate to this. Saw it online. I always fail all my diets. I really want to lose weight, but I just don't have discipline. I always give up, even when I see progress. Any tips or advice? The big thing to point out here is even when you see progress, if you're not able to keep up with it, that means the plan isn't suitable for you. Click like if that's something you relate to. Diets fail when they're not built to fit your life. In this video, I'm going to give you the 4 things you need for sustainable change so you stop failing, stop feeling bad about yourself, and you start leading the healthy and fulfilling life of your dreams. If it's your first time here, my name is Reggie. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance. I help business owners lose weight and feel their best without crash diets or guilt. If you're tired of failing all or nothing diets, you can take that free 3-minute Live Aligned scorecard link below, and that'll help you uncover what's blocking your weight loss goals so you can get clear next steps that work for you. Now, the first tip I have for you, do things that you actually want to do. Now, all this is related to the Live Aligned method. Basically, you're building vision, focus, and practice in order to get the results that you want so you can lose weight without feeling bad about yourself, not wondering what's wrong with you. Why do you keep failing? So when it comes to this, doing the things that you actually want to do is understanding that your plans have to be relevant for the life that you want to lead. Now, it's not just about getting a diet online or an app that just tells you to eat 1,200 calories or any of that, because then you're just doing things you don't know why you want to do them or what's important to you. If you focus on doing things that you actually want to do, that give you energy, that you can enjoy, right? If you were focused on getting more active or hanging out with friends more or doing whatever's important instead of, just the kind of standard things that you've been doing that have contributed to your weight gain, then you'll be on the right track. So first tip, do things that you actually want to do. Think about what you want to do. All right. Then you can next know why you're doing them. So if you know why you're doing something, it's easier to follow through. Your motivation is more persistent. Even when you don't feel as good, you'll be like, I'm going to do it because it's valuable for me to do, because it helps give me more energy, or I can focus better after I've had my daily workout, or I feel better when I eat fruit with lunch, right? Those kinds of things help. Or it can be something longer term, like I want to have more energy when I play with my kids or grandkids, or like at work, or I want to be around when people need me, kind of thing, right? Knowing why you're doing it is a big part of the motivation to actually help you do the things that you want to do. When you're talking about knowing why you want to do things, think about it. Like, that's essential. I talk about it almost every video. What does a healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like? When you sit and you think about this for real, instead of just listening to me say it to you, think about what this life looks like. Then you can know why you're doing things, because it makes sense. And you're like, oh, if I do this, then I will have a life full of satisfaction and impact and accomplishing the things that are important to me, right? And those are the things that you actually want to do. So these two go together. These are a big part of the vision, which is a big part of the Live Aligned method. When you understand this, then the motivation is easy. You don't feel like you failed your diet. You feel like you might need to make some adjustments, maybe pick a better diet, but your eating supports the life that you want to lead when you're clear on those 2 steps. Next step, part of the focus, have a realistic and sustainable plan. It's very easy to think that you need to make a bunch of changes at once and crash diet, and you'll crash out, kind of thing, right? You'll have a hard time following through with what you're doing. Is it not realistic for you? Is not sustainable? And you get hungry and you wonder, like, why do I lack discipline? It's the plan, not the discipline, right? So have a realistic, sustainable plan. Usually this comes with having specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals. So specific as in knowing what exactly healthy eating is for you, or whatever goal you have. Like, you want to be clear, yes or no, if you're doing it, or if you're not something like, oh, I'll skip it right now, or something like that. You want to have it measurable so you know exactly what that looks like as well. Achievable, something you can actually pull off, instead of just, I'm going to just go for this thing. I have no idea whether I can do it. Take incremental steps, baby steps, in order to get the results that you want. If it doesn't work, then scale it back or make adjustments in your environment so it's easier to follow through. That achievability thing is like huge. Otherwise, it's not realistic. It's not sustainable. And you're just like, it's like running too hard. Like it's a terrible feeling. And then you don't even finish. It's just awful. So don't do that. Instead, focus on achievable goals that help make it realistic and sustainable. Next is relevant. Kind of talked about that before. Knowing why you're doing it and doing things that you want that are actually relevant to you, that helps. And you break it down into smaller pieces so you understand that these specific things are relevant because you have context that goes into your vision. Essential. All right. And then time bound. So, you know, like at this amount of time, I can check in and find out if I've done it. Right. If you have a deadline for Saturday and then that Saturday 5 p.m. comes up, did you do it? It's a yes or no thing. It's not like, oh, I might be able to do it a little bit later. Like you could still do it later, but you didn't do it within that parameter. That objective is not, you did not satisfy that objective. You didn't do it. So then you have a time frame to check in with yourself, hold yourself accountable, or have someone else hold you accountable there. And all that's part of having a sustainable and realistic plan. So that's the third tip. The fourth one is knowing how to stay on track. Now that depends on having the specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound objective, because then you have a time to check in. You can find out like, did I do it? And then once you know whether you've done something or not, you can make adjustments in your consequences. You can either, celebrate the success that you've had, or you can create a new system that makes it easier for you to get the results that you want. Now, I like to focus on the positive sides of things. Most people, when it comes to this, they get stuck because they focus on consequences and punishments and feeling bad and feeling like beating themselves up is going to get them the results they want, or saying that they lack discipline, right? And that doesn't help you stay on track. That just makes you feel bad about yourself and you don't get the results that you want. So knowing how to stay on track can help a coach with a graduate certificate in positive behavior support like me. I'd be glad to help with that, or anyone who understands how behavior change happens in real life and not just the idea of like, just work hard and struggle and want it bad enough and you can get the results that you want, because that's how you end up failing diets, feeling bad about yourself. That's not what I do here. So if you subscribe to my channel, you'll learn how I help business owners lose weight without crash diets or guilt, right? These four things are big. Doing things you actually want to do, know why you're doing them, having a realistic, sustainable plan, and knowing how to stay on track. The vision, focus, and practice of better habits. Now, overall, weight loss isn't just about wanting to lose weight. It's about living in a way your body naturally adapts by storing less fat. Now, this is a big context thing that most people miss. When you think about it, weight loss, you think you want to lose weight, so like you look better, you can be more accepted, or you haven't really considered what's going on and why you want to lose weight. And so you just make it about your scale weight, and that's going to mislead you. That's going to make you pick an unrealistic and unsustainable diet. You're going to have a hard time with that. I know this, so you can just skip that and go to things that actually work. Let me help you. Leave a comment below. But it's about living in a way your body naturally adapts by storing less fat. Now, what happens, talked about this a few times in this video that I'll link below. We are what we repeatedly do. It's like you had habits that you were maintaining that were causing you to gain weight before. And now that you are ready to make a change, you want to feel better about yourself and your body, you are changing your habits. So the previous situation, your body was storing fat, extra energy, because you were eating more calories than you're using. Now you are adapting it to storing less fat. So if you create a realistic and sustainable plan over time, then your body will change to reflect that, basically. All right. Weight loss isn't just about wanting to lose weight. It's about sustainable habits, and your body catches up to how you're leading your life. So I'll link that video below. You can take that Live Aligned scorecard below as well. Let me know what you think in the comments if this helps you out. If you're constantly struggling with failing diets, try to paint a few different pictures for you so you understand like, hey, this is not your fault. You just want to create a better plan using the tips from this video. So that's today's message. Next, you can watch this. If you're frustrated with failing diets, I'll put that video here. That's today's message. As always, keep practicing. Peace.